Well, hi everybody. How are you tonight? Oh, you know what? I need Christmas red on. Hang on. Changed my cover, my microphone cover to a red. That's a good plan. You like the hat? We'll see how that goes. Good to be here. Good to see you guys. I am looking forward to tonight reading a story. I was concerned because the book that I wanted to read was due an hour ago in the library and was going to disappear. But then it showed up that I could check it out on Kindle Cloud Reader. So I have it too. Yay! So all is well with books tonight. I just don't have much art to show you on my own part. Let's see. Anyway, so let's see. Linda's here. How you doing, Linda? Good to see you. And let's see. Aldo is sulking. He's over in my art bag, and he's decided that my art and book bag that I have that my friend Monica made me is his spot to sit now, and he curls up in there. It's kind of funny. And Tamara's here. How are you? Yes. Good to have you here. Good to hear you. And there's Paul. Hi, Paul. Happy holidays. Nice piano today, buddy. That was good. Paul's doing this. Paul Learns Piano is a new thing that he's doing, and he's picked the piano up again after many years of setting it aside, and he's finding that love of music again, and he's using this cool Rolly system, and so he's goes live every day for about 15-20 minutes, just doing his thing with learning Paul. And Paul, you're one of the moderators, so would you drop your link in to that? That would be great. I mean, Tora's here too, because Linda could probably find it, but you know it right off the bat. And Tora's here. Hey, Tora, how are you? I just saw you on something else earlier. I was on DJ Strick's. We did a eCamm Christmas kind of thing. I hopped in and sang Christmas carols, which was kind of funny, but that was funny. Yeah, very. Anyway, tonight I have probably two stories. And then, because if my calendar is all right and good, if I'm not completely off my rocker, which is totally possibility, Christmas is on Thursday. So I'll be at my sister's. So I'm going to come on Christmas Eve on Wednesday. So same time. All right. I'll be Christmas Eve, although Tamara, it'll be your Christmas Day. That's right. But I'll come on Christmas Eve, and I'm going to read Year the Perfect Christmas Tree, my favorite. And if I can find my copy of Cajun, I'll read Cajun Night Before Christmas. I have a feeling it got absconded with by one of my grandkids. They were here. Maybe not. Either that or I've just moved things. I can't find it right now, but that's not unusual. But yes, I'll be so Wednesday I'll be on instead of for Christmas Eve instead of on Christmas Day because I'm going to Sarah's. We're going to have lasagna. Yeah. Anyway, yay, Taurus. Oh, Paul, thank you. Yeah, you guys. So there's Paul's link to his new channel, Paul Learns Piano. And so it's really kind of fun to watch him as he goes through all of this, learning to play an instrument again, renewing. I can't imagine. I mean, I took 8 years of piano and I have like the opening chords to um, Bartok's Concerto in D major. I could play the first opening chords. I could play the opening part to Midnight Cowboy. And if push came to shove, I could probably play the first few opening bars of Exodus. And that's about it. 8 years, and that's about it. And Paul is very brave, I think, doing this in front of everybody because, see, I don't play in front of people ever because I still remember listening to my mom in the kitchen every time I hit a wrong note going, and so I don't play. Love Christmas lasagna. Yeah, I know. Anyway, he can't believe how much he's forgotten. Tamales for Christmas, huh, Linda? Oh my gosh. Tamara, what do you have? I mean, is there an Australian traditional Christmas dinner? I, he, I, I don't know. That'd be really interesting. But tonight, well, actually, it was this morning. I started out my morning on creative work hour early, and then we finished with we had a drumming circle, which was really kind of wonderful because it's a traditional winter solstice type thing. So there were a bunch of us from all over the world doing a drumming circle, and that was I used to participate those a lot with my friend Anne, who's a shaman, and that was a tradition that we oftentimes did on summer solstice and winter solstice. So it was fun to listen to that and have that happen again. So then we went for our walk. The day's been kind of going, and I'm a little bit dragging, but I'm doing okay. I'm a dragon. We're in for stories, but right now I think. Hang on, I got to get this out of the way. And then I got to get this one out of the way because I don't think I have any art to show you. I might. All right, here we go. Okay, we have Tamara's art, and I'm going to pull up her email for me to read again that she said, yeah, so she said she finished an old card, added color to it. You might recognize it. The other card is made from an older cut pieces that didn't get used. So let's see which one is which. Hang on the email. Card using leftovers. Card using the leftovers. Okay. So and then she says she finished an old card and added color to it. You might recognize it. So let's see the old card. That must be that one. Okay. And the other card is made from other older piece of cut that I didn't get used. She says, these are the only art things I've done. I've had good days and days where no energy and just too much pain. She's had some real issues with her hands. Still smiling, though, of course, and trying to be strong. Yay. Oh, yay. Good. I'm glad that's true. Your diet can help with that. So this is the one I'm thinking that says, there we go. Tamara, am I right that this is the you pasted, oh gosh, get out of my way. I'm gonna need that wider. The pasted image pieces left over, and then she has this other piece too. I recognize this one. Didn't you do this one? Was the one that's on the right? Was that the one that the face came out of another piece that was cut? They're both beautiful, but you know me, I love my blues and oranges together, and that one with color on the left side is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Let's see. Roast turkey and hot fruit pudding with brandy custard and cream. Tamara! Oh my goodness. The one on our right is the leftovers. She's next level. That one is the leftover. Yeah. They're just, Tamara, they're so gorgeous. They're just absolutely so beautiful. It's always such a treat to see your things and there. Okay, let's see if I have. All right. The only thing I've done this week are the words of the day for art. I did a bunch of doodling in my my morning pages instead of writing. I'll show you those. So I think patient. I'm not sure what days. This is one. Then this one was fun, you guys. This one that I did, honesty. This was multiple layers of like watercolor paint, and then I went over it with an Inktense an ink block and activated it with water, and then used a white paint, white acrylic, and then this is a glow in the dark, fuzzy kind of yarn. Done. This one is I mixed some of this mica powder in with some things for Give. That one came out today, and then tomorrow's will be. I'll give you a sneak peek of tomorrow's is respect. And Tamara, thank you for the word. I will use that word, compassion. I think I will use it. So this will come out for tomorrow. So Tuesday's word I'll use is compassion. But that was another one. So there's that. Then the only other thing I did was, I didn't have it open. Oh, okay, there it is. Coming. I've been doodling. And instead of doing good morning pages, I did Tangle art. And then I started drawing some gnomes today. So that's about it for me. I've just really just focusing on getting my videos done that I'm working on, and getting those word of the days done. And both Bob and I have been kind of fighting a little bit of a bug. So we'll see. Yeah, that's the way. Anyway, should be fine. So let's see what's everybody saying. Leftovers are outstanding. I know. Her leftovers, Tamara, I mean, really, what you do with leftovers are just incredible. I started watching someone, who was it? I can't remember her name. Who used pigment in a really interesting way. And I'll have to find the link, and I'll get that for the new year. I have plans to introduce you guys to some of those people. The other thing is I heard from Fatima, and I'm going to let her know that I to see what artwork she might have that we can use for the banner in the Global Year of Kindness landing page. It was a really good idea. I think that you mentioned to use her artwork for that, since she was the one who really gave us that initial comment, and it was such a good idea. So anyway, now it's time for some stories. So I went back, and this book I have not shared with you in a while. So we're at show 646 tonight. Yeah. This book goes back to show 31. I think I looked back and saw that this was the last time when I had read this last. And Christmas time, sometimes I repeat the ones. And so, you know, over 600. I thought probably I might be able to show it off a little better this time, because I think the last time I did it, I was like holding it up to you. and Paul was laughing in the background, probably in a very wonderful way, as he tried to help me through my early stages of you learning to go live. But now, a little better. You'll be able to see it. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, you guys. Yep, we've got a visit back from the trolls. See, I've been painting. They messed up my desk. Good time. But the Christmas trolls from Jan Brett have come back to play and to share their story. And I know you're going to be able to see it much better. Yep, Jan Brett. This is one of my signed copies. This book is from 1993 is when she wrote it. She's done so many books. It's really kind of hard to keep track of, but she still keeps her standard of art that she does and what she does. So in her books, you'll always find a border of artwork. And having, God, I met Jan years ago and sat down with her and talked with her about this. Each square inch of art in some of her areas takes about an hour to an hour and a half per square inch. And her things are really, really detailed. So you'll be surprised. And she always has kind of fun little things hiding through it. And generally, you'll find a hedgehog someplace. It's kind of her trademark, is the hedgehogs. So let me... Oops, I just switched that. Didn't mean to. It switched cameras to... Oh, fiddle-dee-dee. Why did I do that? Camera switcher. Nope. Hang on, guys. I accidentally switched cameras to something that it wasn't supposed to switch to. There we go. I was just trying to move that. Oh, well, it'll be fine. Christmas trolls. And you see the details in and around. It's going to be great. And I'm going to just bring that. I'm Trevor. And the day my brother Sammy and I went to our neighbor's farm to pick our Christmas tree was the beginning of the most unforgettable Christmas I ever had. As we went home through the forest, with the perfect tree packed on the sleigh, Tuffy started sniffing and barking, and I couldn't see anything, but I felt sure something was watching us. Hang on, I'm gonna... Why is that not going bigger? There we go. There? Nope, I want to go. Excuse me, I'm trying to make this bigger for me to see it bigger, and it's not. It's locked. Hang on. Nope, it's just not going bigger. Give me half a second here, guys. Huh. Oh. Oh, I know why. Hang on. Okay. Well, I'm trying to make that bigger for me to see it better, and I can't. So I'll just have to read it from the book. When we arrived home, we forgot all about the forest. Mom and Dad had brought our boxes of ornaments to decorate the tree. Sammy and I put evergreen wreaths, mistletoe, and holly all around the house. We had already wrapped our presents and hidden them away for Christmas morning. Then some of our Christmas decorations started to disappear. I didn't notice until Dad asked if we'd moved the trinket box to the he had hidden for Mom. I shivered because Mom had just asked me the same thing about the mittens that she'd knitted for Dad. Sammy and I looked in all the usual hiding places, but we couldn't find them. Tuffy was acting strange, too. He sniffed and barked and ran around in circles as if he were looking for something. Then, a few days before Christmas, the treetop angel was gone. What would be next? I started carrying my favorite red horse everywhere. Early the next morning, when I went to feed Arnie, I saw something flying across the snow. It was our Christmas pudding. I harnessed Arnie, bells and all, and raced after it into the forest. As I got closer, I could see that our pudding was being carried along, pin-cushioned to the top of a hedgehog. I didn't know what to do, so I yelled, "Stop! Come back!" But it didn't stop until it reached the bottom of 4 fir trees. The hedgehog put the pudding down and scampered off. Just then, the tree started rocking back and forth. Suddenly, a funny-looking ladder dropped down from above, and 2 trolls scurried down, pouncing on the pudding before I could even move. They pulled it back and forth as they went up the ladder, squabbling all the way to the top. I climbed right up after them and looked inside. There on the floor of their troll house were all of our Christmas things in a heap. The trolls were grabbing at them, each one wanting what the other one had. "Hey, trolls!" I called. Those are our Christmas things." And the trolls dove into the pile, clutching our gifts. "Mine!" they chirped. "Mine, mine, mine!" they clamored. I looked at them and had to smile. Their shirt tails were hanging out. Their pants were torn and patched. Their cheeks were bright red, and their hair was standing straight up from all the pulling and tugging at each other. "Christmas!" they wailed. "We want Christmas!" "You want Christmas?" I asked, puzzled. "Yes," they said. "Give us Christmas." "Well, you can't just take Christmas," I said. The trolls looked surprised. They squealed. They gulped. They shuffled their feet. "Want Christmas," they said. "Okay, you can have Christmas, but first, What are your names?" "Mig," said one. "Tig," said the other. I looked around their messy hut. "Mig, Tig, let's begin by getting your house ready for Christmas." I started to straighten up and put things away. They began to help. "Nice," I said when we'd finished. "Now let's make your house look like Christmas." We went outside and gathered evergreens and berries and pine cones. "Now we need a Christmas tree," I told them. "That's easy. You live in the trees, so you can have 4 trees instead of just one if you want to." "Christmas trees!" they shouted, jumping up and down. And we decorated each of those trees that held up the troll house. Tig and Mid had small setback on the way to back to the hut. Oh, hang on, I think. Yep. Tig and Mig had a small setback on the way back to the hut. I knew I had some more explaining to do. "When I first got here, you two were snatching things for yourselves and acting really grumpy. Try playing together and having some fun." "Fun?" they asked. I showed them how to jump rope. I told them how much I liked their tail knots and earrings. They smiled shyly and started tucking in their shirt tails. "Nice hair, pretty belt," they said, grinning at me. And they taught me a little troll dance. They were catching on. Now, if you really want Christmas, you must be generous with each other. If you do that, you will have Christmas right here in your own troll house." And the trolls cocked their head and squirmed. They were trying hard to understand. "How?" they pleaded. I felt my red horse in my pocket. I knew I had to show them. So I took it out and gave it to them. "This is for you." The trolls squealed and jumped up and down with glee. They took turns passing my horse back and forth, happily playing with it together. It was time for me to go home. I slipped out quietly and climbed down to Arnie. To my surprise, their hedgehog had packed all of our presents on the sleigh for me to take home while we were having Christmas in the troll house. On Christmas morning, Sammy and I ran downstairs to find our tree alight with candles and our stockings filled. We opened our presents in front of the fire. But this Christmas was full of surprises. I heard a bumping and a scratching noise. Tuffy barked. I listened and followed the sounds. Outside on the doorstep was a Christmas present. I unwrapped it and found a wild and wonderful troll horse. "Tig! Wig!" I exclaimed. When I held it, I knew for sure that the trolls understood Christmas, and I knew that this was the best Christmas ever. And that's Christmas Trolls. So one of the things about her books that I was going to show you is, maybe I can show a little closer. Let me get my camera here. And I can make it even. Here, I'm going to show you something in the lower part. Okay. Okay, like on the edges here, you'll see like when they were in the house, here's where they have snuck in the house and grabbed something. They've got the hedgehog. So oftentimes her borders will foretell what's going to happen next in the story. Or there'll be things at the bottom. Like there's the hedgehog as it's taking away like here's the mittens down here when it's taken the mittens. So in the details of the stories in her artwork, something that's happened in here has a whole nother story in here. Like she said that this that the trinket box that he'd hidden for mom, here it's being taken away by the hedgehog there. Here are the mittens that she knitted. He's got them there. So there's always another part to this story going on. She one of her books is about Hedgie, the hedgehog. When she was in Britain one time, she actually went to the Hedgehog Rescue Center and kind of adopted a hedgehog. And there. So her artwork is always so much fun. The details of it. And the clothes are very authentic. That's another thing that she does. She is very famous for going to the area that the book is based in. This is more Swedish than Norwegian because this is a more Swedish outfit. And the red horse is a typical, they call it a Swedish horse that she had. And they're all along down here, while they're doing the other Christmas celebrating, is where the hedgehog is coming along and filling the sleigh back up with all of their things so that she can take it home. So that was that one. Yay! Where's my... There it is. Oh, okay. Now you let me get it bigger. Now it was all stuck in a small size. There we go. Good. Okay. Oh, hi. Hey, Caroline is there. How you doing? Oh my gosh. I know. So Jan Brett, really, gosh, if I could tell you how many books Jan's done. So she's done the mitten, she's done the hat. If you go to her website, janbrett.com, which always has been fun about what Jan does, is that she always has something on her website for students, for kids to do. You could always find all kinds of different activities. So here, let me show you here. I'll go to a screen share. Book screen share here. I'll go to screen share right here. And good. Okay. So here is Jan's website. So this like says her holiday tour that she's got going on. And where she's going to be for all of the type of thing. But if you go in projects, coloring pages, and complete tour listing below, she says. So you go down here, there's pages, her homepage, her activities. All of these are activities that as a teacher, I used to be able to download and use. We did a whole puppetry thing with her things one time. The town mouse, country mouse. She has finger puppet things you can make. Coloring pages. Just it's so wonderful what she does. And then see, they go on forever. And back to the books. Now her books. See, this is not even up to date. Let's see, because she's got a new book coming out pretty soon. Cozy in Love came out in 2022. I think she's got another new one coming out. But tons of books. You see all of those. This goes back to ones that she did 1980. It is really Gingerbread Friends. She has a Gingerbread Christmas came out. See, that was 2016. The Snowy Nap. I read that one to you guys one time. Anyway, just absolutely amazing author and so many resources. But if you like detailed kind of work of what she does um, about any kind of things like Jan Brett Christmas sweater. Oh, that's a new one. Oh my gosh, Jan Brett, the Christmas sweater. Look at the pug in the Christmas sweater. How cute is that? Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. I'll have to find that book. Anyway, back to where I am here. There I am. Okay. So, get that up. Oops. Things out of my way. I think, Paul, I'm going to have to get another screen. I need another screen. 2 monitors is not enough. I need to be able to move things around. Plus, I want to be able to have things nice and big. I know, very cute trolls. Merry Christmas. There. So, yeah, it's always fun to see what Jan's done, having known her for a long time. I think it was, well, I have some of the signed books for the girls when they were little. And then Bob, for our wedding anniversary, you guys have seen the Owl and the Pussycat book, because we had about the Owl and the Pussycat, and went to sea in a beautiful sea green boat. Anyway, she did that book, and Bob had given me a card early on when we were married that was an Owl and a Pussycat card, and I just loved it. So when she came out with that Owl and Pussycat book, he got it and sent it to her and said, "This is for, I'm getting this for Gretchen for our anniversary. Could you sign it?" And she wrote this whole and drew a whole picture in the front of the book. It was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, she's quite something. It's amazing artist that she is. Your iPad is nuts. All right. So I have another story, and this one is called, I got to get it back to the beginning. Come on, go back to the beginning. This is one that I was panicking about because I wanted to read it to you really badly. But then it was due back at the library, and it was disappearing. It disappeared like an hour ago. And I was like, well, I got it on Kindle Library. So here we go. This is called The World's #1 Toy Expert. Yeah, you can probably guess who this is about. There it is. Santa Claus, the world's #1 toy expert. Come on. There we go. By Marla Frazee. Come on. Don't do that to me. There we go. He meets a lot of kids. He listens to them. He visits with the brave ones who hop right up on his lap. He watches the shy ones who don't. And works long, long hours the whole year round. Nothing makes him happier. No one knows more about toys than Santa Claus. He is the world's #1 toy expert. He checks them out to see if they're sturdy or not. He even has his own Santa Claus ways of making the cozy toys become extra special. He carefully inspects each toy, makes the final selections, and works long, long hours the whole year round. He loves his job. Oops. Here we go. Don't jump pages on me. No one knows more about gifts than Santa Claus. He is the world's #1 gift expert. It's jumping on me. Nope, doing this. There we go. Ah, it's jumping on me. Sorry, you guys. Look at that. Uh-oh. Hang on, you guys. Let me go back and check something because this is jumping. And I'm going to go back to me, and I'm going to go to my mode, preview mode, and figure out why it's jumping like that. It's in the reader. Nope. Okay, there it is. Okay, we're back to... Can I just go? There it is. Got it. Got it to go. Back to live mode. Publish. There we go. Santa thinks very hard about all the kids that he knows so well. He thinks very hard about all those toys he's played with. He works carefully to match up each particular toy with each particular kid. And then on Christmas morning, Santa gives the exact right toy to the exact right kid 99.9% of the time. They all seem happy. Uh-oh. It's doing it again. Then, when the day is over, all of his work is finished. Santa Claus goes home and unwraps a special gift he picked out for himself. Wonder what that was. It's not letting me show the pages. Well, no one. And of course, he loves his job, but that's the way it is. So I'm sorry about that. This book is just jumping all over, and it got returned in the library and it won't read right. So we'll just have to figure out something else when it comes to, well, fortunately on Wednesday night, I have the books in my hand. So that's going to happen. Not going to happen. Why? It did not do that today. So here's one of the things with all of these things I do. Normally the books that when I read you guys books, I get them from the library, from either I check out the physical book or I'll get them through Libby. Occasionally you can get a book and read it with a Kindle Cloud reader. And that's what this is supposed to be. But they recently upgraded, or supposedly did this, changed it on their reading thing. And it makes it really difficult to get the books to do what you want them to do. And so I am just kind of flummoxed as to why it wasn't behaving for you guys. But That's the way. Kindle Cloud Reader. There we go. It says go to It's got a new website to do this with, and it's not playing well. It's not playing well. They changed it. It used to be just Kindle Cloud Reader. Now it's read.amazon.com. So, oh well. Anyway, there we go. Let's see if I can get it to go. I wonder, just a sec. I wonder. Ooh. Nope. Well, let's see if I can find out what happened at that book so I can at least tell you guys. Because it might have shown up. There it is. So it shows up on my phone, but it's too small to show you guys. So he didn't get his favorite toy. And what was his favorite toy? It doesn't even show. It's too small for me to read. Nope. Bummer. Oh, hi, Jimmy. Nice to have you here. You came in and I used to read to my son. Yeah. Sorry about the goof up on this tonight. It's just the new reading system is not working the way I used to. So the book was jumping ahead. So I read one of my books that I have in my own collection. For those of you here tonight, thank you very much. And what I'm going to do, and Caroline, you were here, and Jimmy, you weren't here. Jimmy, is this your first time here? I think. Welcome. Let's give you a welcome. What we do? Whoa! Here we go. Yeah, new guest, Jimmy John Media Mobile. I have no idea what Jimmy does for, but welcome to Story and Art. So Linda, Tamara, Caroline, Paul, Jimmy, everybody else who's maybe catching this on the rewind, I apologize for the story that kind of fell apart. We didn't get the whole thing. You know, that's a good thing. Christmas comes around again, and maybe I can come back to that story. But I'm not going to be on Thursday, which is my normal night because it's Christmas. So, like I said, I'm going to come on Wednesday for New Year's Eve, same time, and I will be reading my very favorite Christmas story, The Year of the Perfect Christmas Tree. And it is absolutely wonderful. And with any luck, I will find my copy of Cajun Night Before Christmas. And yeah, Santa Claus gonna come with that story too. Yeah, the Cajun Night Before Christmas is just gonna come to you. It's a fun one. I just love reading it. So anyway, that's what we'll be doing. And until then, I think I still have a couple presents to wrap. I've got most things done. Did get things sorted and solved for most people, but I still have a couple of little holiday things to do. So I'm going to let all of you guys go and go on your way and wish you all a happy winter solstice. And the days will start to get a little longer now, just a little longer. I was watching Vlogmas with Danny Connor, who is a photographer, and she lives in northern Sweden. And the number of daylight hours had been 3 hours and 48 minutes on the shortest day of the year. But then I also watch a channel of Cecilia. She lives on Svalbard, which is an island of Norway. It's an island part of Norway, and She lives outside the village of Longaburn, which is really the only real town there on there, and it's the farthest northern city or town in the world. And they have months of polar night where there's no light. So that's always fun to watch hers too, because that. So we had a short day today, but it's going to get longer from here on out. So from now on, you guys, it's going to get better, better. The Christmas mystery, yes. I know. I think the Christmas trolls, really kind of snuck in and screwed things. Well, they played around. Trolls can be, but Christmas trolls. These, or and my mom always the Nissen in Norway. They were the little Christmas Nissen. They're all kinds of little things. Anyway, so it's good to be here, you guys. Hi, Jimmy. I am Gretchen. I am I've been doing these stories a long time, and welcome to Story and Art. And so I will be back on Wednesday night instead of Thursday for the next story. But everybody, as usual, until next time, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you, but the first place you'll find it is when you go look in the mirror. And I'll see you next time.